welcome to your next game of 3-A basketball against the Dunk Dynasty versus the Party Animals. And Dunk Dynasty wins the tip. Noble brings it up the court. Oh, Wyatt. Noble dribbling around,
all by
slips
himself.
a little bit. Oh, Seth tips it away. Noble recovers. Tries to body him in the post.
All by himself.
Gets stuck down there. Kicks it out to Brody. Brody from the wing. Off the back.
Bang!
And Zach brings it down. 2 for Dunk Dynasty.
A little fun fact about Zach, before this season of 3-A, he has never played organized basketball in his life.
His favorite animal is also a zebra.
That is true. We just
Seth
learned
dribbling
that.
at the top of the key, kicks it to Wyatt.
We have a
Wyatt backing down on Brody. Oh, over the head pass, and that is out off the Party Animals. It'll be Dunk
Jarrett
Dynasty's
also
ball.
subbing in. We don't know where Lamarck is. We don't know if he's going to be able to join the game when he gets here. I assume so because I heard he's driving from pretty far. But Jarrett is our sub for
Noble
now.
for 3, off the front iron. Zach saves it.
What a save.
To Brody. Brody drives in.
Oh,
What a block by number 99, Wyatt Linneman. Looks like it'll be Party Animals' ball.
Wyatt Linneman is 0 for 8 from 3 so far in the season, looking to get his first one tonight.
And Seth drives in, tries to body him. Short from Jarrett. And Noble on the fast break against Jarrett. Takes it for 2. Wyatt for 3.
Oh, he's
0 for 9.
0 for 9. You know, he is 0 for 9 for the season. I commentated the last game, and one thing that I kept noting over and over again about the Party Animals is they were just taking a lot of threes, and they were not making. Do we actually have their team statistics on there of three-point shooting? I believe they were probably under 10% as a team from 3. They did not make many.
Noble in the post,
That was the thing
backing
that
down
killed
Seth. Tries to body him.
Very physical.
Seth double teams if Seth gets his hands on it. And they're
Jump ball,
fighting
jump
for it.
ball, jump ball. What's the?
And it's a jump ball for the Party Animals.
They don't get that point. I think Noble thinks he scored, but
Wyatt.
so it was
dribbling
jump
at
ball
top
went
of
to the
key,
defense
drives
there.
in, takes it on Brody. No good. Brody recovers the ball.
I did hear a slap. They are not calling a lot. This is a very physical game so far, but they're not calling a lot on offense.
Noble
It is call your own
drives
fouls
in
if you're new
again.
to the league.
Noble has not really had much success on that drive today. He's been getting stuck by Seth. Brody drives in,
Yeah, if I'm
kicks
not-
it out
if
to
I'm
Zach.
not
Zach for
mistaken-
3, off the iron.
If I'm not mistaken, Seth in high school was actually like won awards for defense multiple
yeah.
times.
And Seth with the hammer.
Some would call that a designed play.
It's probably not, though.
That's the point.
Noble drives in again. Takes it on Seth and misses.
That was off Jarrett.
Oh, off Jarrett, my bad.
They look
Wyatt
similar.
with the rebound. And what do we have here?
Wait, what's going on?
Looks like it was a foul on Wyatt. Brody will be shooting free throws. Brody misses it.
You know,
Zach kicks it out to Noble.
I'm not gonna lie,
Noble picks up his dribble.
Brody is known by a lot of
Zach.
people to be a little bit of
And it's
a
long.
sensitive guy when it comes to the physical play. That's a foot on the
That's-
line. Oh,
way
off.
long. Brody on the fast break. 2-on-1 for the Dunk Dynasty. Oh, and it's blocked by Seth.
And he gets it back. 2-on-1.
And Seth throws it over the backboard.
He called the foul.
Oh, calling a foul here.
We got a nice grunt from someone.
I believe it was Seth.
Very physical game so far, especially between Seth and Noble.
Yes, I think it'll be very physical the entire game in the post, and
Yeah.
Noble recovers that rebound.
And one thing you'll notice
At the
about
top
this
of the
league is
key.
when you have 3 guys on
And
a
the
team.
oop!
Oh!
To Zach.
When you have 3 guys on a team, you know, you're playing 7-minute quarters. That's a lot of basketball. There's not much break in between quarters and halves too. So you see these guys worn out a lot as this game goes on with no subs or anything.
Wyatt, can he make his first of the season? You know he cannot. Brody gets the rebound.
Noble
Noble.
taking it all the way on Wyatt.
No good off the bottom of the
It was a
backboard.
pass, maybe?
Zach.
Wyatt,
Foul.
were you out of bounds?
Surprisingly, no foul there, and no out of bounds.
I mean, yeah. Who?
All right, looks like
I
that
think
will
his
be
back
out of
hit the
bounds.
pole. Okay, yeah, then that's
think
out of
it did.
bounds.
Looks like it will be an out of bounds.
No, I
Going
think
on the party
it's,
animals,
yeah.
so it'll be
I
Dunk
think his
Dynasty's
back hit the
ball.
pole when he had possession. They decided
Noble with
to.
the 4-pointer. Little bit off. Brody.
Good pump
Dunk
fake!
on Wyatt!
Oh! Looking back to last week, Dunk Dynasty had a great game against the Shockers. You know, they started off great. They started off hot. One of the better teams in this league. And they actually ended up choking, I believe it was an 18-point lead, going into overtime and losing barely. So that's just a rough showing from them. Looking to bounce back. I can see the fight and the fire in them for the second game.
He's actually 0
I
for 10.
already shared that. Yeah, Wyatt Linneman is 0 for 10 from 3 this season.
Noble playing good playing good offense. And Wyatt recovers the rebound from Brody. Wyatt drives it in.
Oh,
and
good take.
has the tough take for 2. For 3.
You call? Oh, never mind. You count that as a you kind of call foul. And one for Wyatt Linneman.
And 1. Wyatt shooting his 1 free throw.
First free throw made of the game for both teams. Looking back at the Party Animals last week, they had a game against one of the tougher teams, one of the better teams in this league, the Chosen Ones. The team actually is made up of the 2-time defending champions of Duncan Cribbs basketball, the Gators, and they lost by quite a bit in that game.
Bit of a chaotic play down under the basket where Wyatt just kind of threw it, tried to throw it up to Seth, but it got tipped.
Yeah, you know Wyatt.
Noble drives again. Passes it out to Brody. And Seth steals it. Coming down the court 2-on-1 with the alley-oop. Oh, Wyatt with
Good
the steal.
Wyatt. Oh!
And the jam.
You know, Wyatt Linneman, he's a very smart passer. He makes some very great plays, but with that comes a lot of turnovers, unfortunately, that sometimes they don't go well. He tries those tough passes, and sometimes they just don't work. But sometimes when they do work, they're fantastic plays.
Noble with the air ball in the first quarter. And Dunk Dynasty will start with the ball at the top of the key. Noble surveying. Kicks it down to Brody. Brody backing down on Jarrett. Spin and turn. No good. Zach. Wyatt fouled Zach under the basket there. Oh, on Brody, excuse me.
Like I said earlier, Brody is known by some people to be a little bit sensitive. I would not have called that one. I don't think that's one in this league you particularly call, but it's up to the players ultimately. And if there needs to be a discussion, I'm sure there will. But that one, for now, is left up to the players. So
correct me if I'm wrong, but if there's too many fouls, it goes up to a vote.
Yes, I believe so. The fouls can be like overridden by the quote unquote. That's
Seth saves it.
the foul.
Noble steals it. Goes up for the dunk. 2-on-1. Blocked by.
Noble goes down hard on that double block by Seth and Wyatt.
Looks like he caught some body there, but
Yeah.
went down hard. Pop it up for him.
I mean, yeah, I think I'm sure there was some body.
And he bangs it. Wyatt slowly walking up the ball.
Yeah, I think that was a foul. I
Surveying
think
his offense. Kicks it to
yeah, now
Jarrett.
I think about it, I do think that foul again wasn't the right call
off the
there.
screen.
He got
Seth for 3. No good.
Oh my gosh. The Party Animals,
Recovered by Zach.
They keep shooting threes and they keep missing.
Both teams really have not really been able to find that 3-pointer today.
Yeah. Let's hit you guys with a little fun fact from Mason over in this fun fact segment. Seth's favorite animal is a tuatara lizard, we found out. He said it has 3 eyes. Another fun fact about Seth, he said he did play overseas in Europe. He had aspirations to go to the NBA, but once he got to the 3-and-A, he realized that this is far and above better than that other basketball association. As we continue on with the game.
Zach, little long. Seth drives in, takes a shot, little wild, off the top of the backboard. Recovered by Dunk Dynasty. A little bit of confusion there, but Dunk Dynasty is able to recover.
All right, Will, I got to ask, who do you think has the best jerseys and the worst jerseys?
You know, I'm a little biased here, Mason, but I'm going to have to say the Vipers with the best jerseys. You know, some are going to say it's biased, but to me, you know, I'm truly being honest.
Yeah, I think my top 3 is, in no order, is Vipers, my
good
team,
answer.
the Bombers, and the Wraith.
Sorry, I almost just fell down there.
I think my least favorite, if I had to be honest, is probably the Dunk Dynasty.
I think I would have to agree on that one.
I'm not loving the Green Bay Packers look that I'm seeing.
Yeah, the rips. It sort of looks like they're going for.
Out of bounds. No, he stepped out and then he can't.
And it looks like our commentator's trying to referee the game here.
Well, Noble is
All right,
Yeah, Noble's just disagreeing now.
ball is back in play. Wyatt kicks it off to Seth with a screen. Seth throws it away. Zach on the breakaway. Yams at home. Oh, he slips. A good pass by Seth. Just misses the dunk on Brody. That would have been a real highlight play. Seth for three. Little long.
He is so strong on all these
Jarrett.
shots.
Almost had the amazing play to get that ball back to Seth, but he throws it away.
Another fun fact for you guys, Brody's favorite animal, he told us before the game, is an alligator.
It's an interesting favorite animal because
those are native
they're
to
not too
Missouri, I
friendly.
believe.
I think
we have them in Missouri.
I think I heard that. Oh, Wyatt! That's a little
Wow, this game,
tussle there.
I have to give it to them. They are trying so hard in this game. That's what you love to see.
Yes.
Lots of physical play, lots of dives, some couple dangerous saves. But like I think I mentioned this last week, with this grass here at the court, like you come off this court in a lot of spots, you're going 6-inch drop off into the grass. Like there is potential for a ton of rolled ankles as Noble splashes that one. Potential for a lot of rolled ankles and unfortunately some injuries, especially with this court is also very hard.
Exactly. Well, we've already seen it twice today with two players going down, banging their heads, but luckily no serious injuries yet so far, and we hope and pray that we don't have any the rest of the night of the season yet.
If you tuned in,
drops his quiet, little bit off.
If you did tune in last week, we had a scary injury a little bit from J.P. Gunn, of the captain of the Polar Bears.
Little body.
And he actually landed on his ankle, rolled it a little bit. I did see a picture of how
Noble
swollen it was, and it
Seth.
was. I did see a picture of how swollen it was, and it was pretty crazy. But he seems to be fine now. He's a strong guy, tough guy. I think he'll be good for tonight.
Wyatt surveying the court, sizing up Brody. Takes him down and just misses. Good save by Jarrett. Passes it straight to Zach on Dunk Dynasty. Zach kicks it over to Noble.
Let's see. Noble told us before the game that a gorilla is his favorite animal.
Interesting.
He also told me that he's looking to shoot 30 shot attempts a game and be sort of the central star of their offense. I would say he's been a central part so far, but I don't know if I would say he's been a star.
All right, and it looks like the party animals are calling a quick timeout here.
I say if we're taking 100 with random guys, you put every guy in the world and you select 100 by at random, like just a random generator, I think there's a chance the gorilla wins. If you can hand pick your men, absolutely the men are smoking the gorilla. But
I think if you put 100 gorillas versus LeBron James is winning.
no, that's a
just
different
what the
argument.
GOAT does. And with the slam on Jarrett.
We didn't get any pregame comments from Jarrett because I thought it was going to be Lamarck. I was going to ask him when he got here. He is still not here. I did hear a little rumor that Lamarck lives in Illinois and he works in Illinois, and he got off work at 6:30.
Oh, here he is.
Oh, there
Lamarck
he is.
Pulls up to the court. In good fashion.
Just wait till the next dead ball.
Ready for his jersey, came in jersey, ready to play. Noble kicks it to Zach down low. Zach with the fadeaway, tipped by Jarrett.
So the next
Wyatt
dead
looks
ball,
like he's bringing it up on
Lamarck
the fast
will be
break.
done in
3-on-3, and he
Oh
misses
my gosh.
his putback. Brody brings it down. Oh, and a hard body by Wyatt there. And looks like Brody will be calling a foul on that one.
Brody called a foul, so I guess it's Dunk Dynasty.
All right, let's give Jarrett a hand,
Good
folks.
job, Jarrett.
Let's give Jarrett a hand for his amazing contributions.
Jarrett
to
will be
this.
subbing later for my team, the Bombers. Joe Bond is out tonight, so Jarrett will be back in for that entire game, I think, and hoping to take down the Wraith in that game. Noble looking for the 4-pointer, possibly.
Looks like he wants to drive here. That Seth is just playing that suffocating defense that he plays.
Yeah. Lamarck, no warm-up, in the pants, got the jersey on. Oh my gosh!
In the hammer by Zach.
I genuinely think Zach is one of the most underrated players in the league.
I think he is a major factor. He's going to be he's going to be a major factor in some contributions and some wins for the Dunk Dynasty.
Yeah, I think he might have some, like, he has a good amount of these points for them.
Oh. Looks like he got
What's
fouled on the
what's
shot.
the protocol? What's the protocol for? Okay.
All right,
There we
Seth
go.
will be shooting his free throws at
First shot for 2 points.
off back iron.
Second shot will be for 1 point, and we will head to halftime.
He misses both. Dunk Dynasty is in the lead with 25, ahead of the Party Animals with 13.
3&A jerseys brought to you by KXK, the official jersey sponsor of 3&A. Own the game with a jersey as unique as your moves with KXK. Link in description for more info.
And Wyatt is 0 for 11 this current season on three-pointers. He looks for that devilishly one that he still has yet to achieve.
Yeah, I mean, I noted it last game, and I noted it this game that, like, the thing that's killing the Party Animals, I think, in my opinion, is just the three-point shooting. They take a lot of threes, and they don't make any. They haven't made any this game. They were trying to claw back last game and were forced to take a lot of threes, and they just can't knock them down. And that's, I mean, when you're just throwing away possessions with bad three-pointers, a lot of them, especially for Seth Penny, just going off the top of the backboard or the corner of the backboard, not even hitting the rim, like, you're not going to win games if you're going to do that.
Oh, and Wyatt with the big block there. Brings it up the court on the fast break. Oh, and he hammers it down on Noble. Zach down low. Kicks it out to Noble. Noble for three. Oh, in and out from Noble. Seth with the rebound, bringing it up. Fast break down low. And Noble gets a hand on it. Oh, and looks like it'll be a jump ball.
That would be, who got the ball at the half?
The Party Animals, so it's the Dunk Dynasty ball. All right, ball goes to the Dunk Dynasty. Noble has yet to break through on Seth down low.
Yeah,
Cannot
Noble's
seem
really
to get
been
by
contained.
him there. Seth's really been able to contain him. Oh, and Brody with the good move over Wyatt.
Overall, I really think the Party Animals, from what I've been seeing, have been the better team. They just can't find a way to put the ball in the basket.
Yep. I'd have to agree. Their
Great defense by Brody.
And he
Capped
blocks
off with a
it
block.
hard. And the foul there by
Foul called by
Noble.
Seth. Respect the call. Okay.
All right, no call, actually.
Okay. Seth takes
like
away
it
his
was-
foul call. He says, quote, "I wouldn't make it anyway." All right, well, what do you think the matchup of the night is? What game are you most excited to see?
You know, I think the Vipers versus the Polar Bears, that'll be a very good game. You know, two dominant big men from the Polar Bears with JP, they have him, and the Vipers have Jace. And I think that'll be a very competitive game, but also another game to watch will be the Wraith versus the Bombers. You know, the Bombers coming in weren't expected. They weren't expected to really be as good as they were the first game. Looks like there was a jump ball.
So it does go to Party Animals. So jump ball possession right now is with the Dunk Dynasty.
You know, the Bombers, they weren't expected to, you know.
I think we were ranked last in the power.
Oh
my God!
Wyatt
With the pump
slams
fake,
it home
takes it
with
all the way in.
authority.
That's a bad man.
Oh, tips it. Looks like it was off Brody, so it'll be Party Animals ball.
You know, from what we've seen this game, I'm surprised Brody didn't call a foul there. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, looks like there was some
Goaltending.
goaltending there.
He hit it off the rim. It
looked like
yeah,
it was in the
that's
cylinder.
goaltending. That's goaltending.
That was goaltending. That was right over the.
It-
that was
it-
right over the basket.
If it's over the rim, it counts. If it has potential to go in.
You know, in the Wraith being the #1 team in the power rankings right now, I think they're going to be a hard team to beat all year. They have some really good pieces, a really good shooter of Dylan, and a really good all-around player by Gavin. And
A
I think
three
there'll
from
be
Brody. That
Oh!
falls.
And he makes one before Wyatt can. That's a surprising statistic right there, folks.
Yeah, why I had him as my team captain last year in season 2 of 3NA, and he was just a dominant three-point shooter all season. We had a couple games that came right down to the wire, and Wyatt hit threes when he needed to. And this game, he just hasn't been able to
He's just
at
yet
any
to
time.
break through all season. But you know, he's a player who once one falls, you know, they're just gonna keep falling for him.
Yeah.
He's that type of player.
And he's not going to get discouraged. You know, he's going to keep shooting, and eventually, once they fall, they'll start falling more.
Exactly.
Steal from Seth there. Oh my gosh!
Oh! And a good dunk by Wyatt.
We haven't seen Lamarck get involved much. I honestly think that's more because, not that he hasn't been available, but I think Wyatt's been taking over a little bit on offense. And another basket by Brody. Brody is silently killing the party animals right now inside.
On both sides of the ball as well. You know, he's got a few really good blocks. He had that goaltending, but he has had some really good blocks on Wyatt and Seth.
Yeah, I think Seth and Wyatt have been taking everything on offense for the.
Looks like we-
We'll call it a jump ball.
Looks like we almost had a
It's
back
your
door.
ball. No, that's a jump ball though. They
No,
didn't.
he touched it. It should be
Okay, never
should
mind.
just be a regular no call.
I can't tell when they disagree and when they just let it go, or I
Oh,
can't
and
ever decide.
Brody calls a bit of a weak foul there.
Yeah, I think he did get hit in the face. You
Brody,
know,
a bit of a
those
what
are
they would
hard.
call sometimes as a free throw merchant, also known as Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's Michael with his own chair.
Michael bringing his own folding chair this week.
Brody sunk that free throw.
I believe Brody's
Seth
the
looking
leading
where to
scorer
go.
right now for the Dunk Dynasty.
Is he? That's not surprising to me. Oh, and a tough bucket by Wyatt there. Looks like he got Noble on the head a little bit. Noble looks to be wobbling a little bit. Yeah.
All right. They do take
Timeout
their
taken
one
by the
timeout.
Dynasty. Looks like
Party Animals called the timeout last half.
that
They
should
both
that shouldn't count as a timeout.
yeah. So
That shouldn't count as a timeout
I mean,
taken off
he-
for them. I mean, that's an injury timeout.
yeah, I mean some people do. Noble seems to be really shaken up by that. I don't know if I'm not sure what happened. He seems to really be struggling.
Looks like he caught a little elbow.
Noble, take as much time as you need. You're fine, dude.
right in between the eyes from Wyatt on that. Didn't look like Wyatt went up with malicious intent, but it just
Oh,
looks like
absolutely.
wrong place,
Absolutely
wrong
not.
time.
Yeah.
You know, Wyatt's not the type of player to do that. He's the type of player who, you know, he respects the game and he respects other players and opponents.
Why? Where'd you hit him at? Oh, you never answered my question because we got to something else. What's your least favorite jersey?
Oh, yes.
I said Dunk Dynasty, respectfully. Least favorite.
You know, I think I'm going to have to agree with you on the Dunk Dynasty.
It's not the design. I don't know. It's not the design. It's the color scheme. I think.
I would have to say exactly
For basketball,
yes.
I don't think the Green Bay Packers colors really just fit.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these teams have bright, colorful,
Oh,
cool
Lamar gets
colors,
stuffed by the
but I
rim.
just don't like. I don't think the dark green and yellow, and they have a weird hexagon thing there. Looks like a raptor took his claw through it, which could
That's
be cool.
exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
If they were purple and red, like
Yes,
the,
I know.
like the
I
Toronto Raptors
literally
from
thought the same exact
the
thing.
lesser basketball league or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
the LBA.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Oh, and Brody with the jam.
Brody just dominant this game, honestly. You know, before the season, I did say
Oh,
I
Seth
was
with
like,
the spin
Brody,
move.
I said Brody can be one
Misses
of the
the
best players
basket.
in this league. He's just gonna have to find his confidence. He's gonna have to play through contact, and he's gonna have to go up strong. And he's been doing those things this game. He's been calling the fouls when they're fouls, but he has been taking it up strong, and he's just been taking over in the post for Dunk Dynasty.
You know, he's the reason that Dunk Dynasty has a 15-point lead right now.
I agree.
I think if you take half of Brody out of this equation, it's a very tight game.
Foot on the line.
And Zach with the 2 to end the third quarter. And the fourth quarter has started. It's the third quarter. No, the fourth. Fourth quarter. Said 3 on there. Seth takes it in, kicks it out to Wyatt. Wyatt with his 12-3 off the front iron, short.
They are in the exact same situation they were as in the Chosen Ones game last week. They're down late in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to start taking threes, but they're not a three-point shooting team. I don't think this is going to fare well for the Party Animals going through this fourth quarter.
And a big what? What in the world? Looked like Wyatt hit that in with his other hand after blocking it. Yep. There was a foul by Brody, and Wyatt will go to the line for a shot for 2.
The clock stops, I believe, on fouls. Like right now. I don't know, though.
And Wyatt sinks at nothing but net there. Dunk Dynasty at the top of the key.
I think
Brody
we said
on
last
the
2
wing,
minutes, stop it on like everything.
looking for Zach. Doesn't look like he's open. And Lamar kicks it. Wyatt hits the floor for it. Gives it to Seth. Seth brings it up the court. Seth hits wide on the oop. Way off the backboard. No. Not
I saw
even
something
close
interesting
to
in that play. Lamar seemed to be wide open from 3, calling for the ball, and Seth didn't give it to him. I feel bad. Lamar hasn't gotten involved in this game, and I don't think it's been his fault. He gets the ball there and he just gives it up to Wyatt. I want to see Lamar take it. Give him a chance.
Looked like he wanted that 3. Seth for 3, though. Good. Nothing but net. That 3 shortens the lead to 14 for the Party Animals. Looked like there's some debate for a over and back. It looks like it will not be.
They do agree.
It'll be Dunk Dynasty ball. The top of the key, Noble. Noble seems to be running the point. Just seems like a good option. Ooh! And a great oop from Noble to Zach.
Just to remind the broadcast once again, Zach has never played organized basketball before this season. So that's just very impressive to see from him. I know I've mentioned it a lot, but it's cool. It's
a great move by Seth to finish with the left hand there. Zach is he's a vital piece to their team.
Yeah, he doesn't.
And he's a vital piece of their success.
Another oop.
Almost a full court oop there.
2-on-1.
Oh
my gosh.
Wyatt tried to go from the free throw line there.
You see, when you're down, down by 14, they're down by 14. I want to remind you, Lamarck is wide open on that play, and Wyatt goes for the aggressive jam. He goes for the highlight play, but I would dish to Lamarck there.
That's not a bad shot.
If you want to get back in this game.
Looks like the Party Animals want to take a timeout here. That's arguably not a terrible play by Wyatt. If he takes off maybe 2 steps after that, takes 2 more steps. That's a very, very competitive dunk there because he was already very close to making that.
Yeah. 4 minutes, 20
Brody
seconds
for
remaining.
3. Off the iron. Zach saves it. Noble tried to save it.
A little bit of unnecessary hustle there. It was going to be backcourt no matter what.
That's not a bad play, though, because then they're a little bit closer. Lamarck first shot of the game, 3. No good.
That's all right. It's his first shot.
That wasn't a terrible shot. He was open. He was left open. That's a competitive shot down 14.
Yeah. A couple years ago, I did play Lamarck multiple times in the season for our regular basketball season. He's a good shooter. He just got to get warmed up a little bit.
He's a great player.
And I think
he will be. Zach stuffed by the rim.
I think unfortunately he has. That was
great
that was
defense
all
there
ball,
by
I believe.
Brody.
Great defense by Brody. I think Brody, in my opinion, might be the MVP of this game.
It'll be Party Animals ball after that out of bounds and a great block by Brody.
We did learn during the halftime. Lamarck's favorite animal is a diamondback rattlesnake.
He would also be playing basketball at.
I didn't write down what college. I kind of forgot.
I believe it was Blackburn, a Division II college.
Yeah. So good for him. Got a college player
He's
on
a
your
great
team.
ball
He's only
player,
taking
and
one
an
shot.
even better kid.
Yeah.
Noble brings it up.
This is off.
Brody.
Blocked. Good pass.
Push.
They got to start pressing here soon. That was the first bucket in a minute or 2. There hasn't been a basket in a while.
Cuts the lead to 12, and 12 is not a very big lead right now.
No. Especially with the new addition of the 4-pointers this season.
And Noble brings it right back to a 14-point lead with that layup. Wyatt looking for the 3. No good. Short.
I believe that's 0 for 13 or 0 for 14 on the season for Wyatt Lindemann.
You know, he's still searching for that elusive first three of the year. Dunk Dynasty looks to be slowing it down a little bit. They're not looking to shoot here.
Yeah, there's no shot clock. There's no 10-second violation to make it past half court, so they can kind of run this out if they want to.
Nibble kicks it out to Brody at the top of the key.
If I'm not mistaken, though, since we're not in the last 2 minutes, Party Animals could
Oh.
foul.
And the tip out
And
by
just-
Wyatt.
They could just foul to start over the possession and make them throw it in again.
Looks like that will stay with the Party Animals.
Yep. As we near this last 2 minutes, just want to remind you guys of the rules. In the last 2 minutes, the first foul in the last 2 minutes is just a normal foul. It rechecks at the top. The second foul is a bonus, which I believe is 1-1.
Yes.
Any fouls from there, it's 2 shots. They do a foul there.
Wyatt is.
The bonus
started
doesn't
to
start
foul.
counting until the last 2 minutes.
Got- Brody at the left wing. Wait, yeah, the left wing. Not too good with my left and rights, folks. Noble just standing there, looking for someone to pass it. Drives it in.
Unfortunately, with
defense by
the
Lamar.
rules in this league, there's really nothing the Party Animals can do right now. We
Just play
are
good
about to near the last
defenses.
2 minutes, any second now, and Wyatt fouls.
Wyatt.
He does foul.
An aggressive foul
Yeah.
there.
1-1.
That foul will send Zach Tracy to the line. 1-1 here.
They miss.
Little long.
And they
Zach
get it back.
recovers it, kicks it out to Noble. Noble is just holding it, and Lamarck fouls him.
We saw a little look of just disappointment from Wyatt there. It went right over his head, and we just saw the head kicking back in the side. I think he knows this one might be over. But this is where we could see the addition of the 4-pointers coming in clutch. Noble misses that one. That's hit out. That remains Party Animals ball. As it was just stated behind me, just want to remind you guys, Jeff Duncan will be making his first appearance.
Wyatt with his first three!
Oh!
Wow, let's give him a round of applause.
1
everybody.
for 15, I think.
I think it was 14. You know, that's a huge three, though. That cuts the lead to 11. And that is a very easy lead to come back from.
So, as I
Especially
was
with
saying
that
before,
four-pointer.
Jeff Duncan will be making his first appearance in the 3-A. The owner of the court, actually.
Noble gets the good bounce there. He'll shoot a second shot here.
Yeah, only 1 point for that first one. Makes it. So Wyatt only goes up 1 point on that last play. Wyatt's got to take the
Wyatt with the
4-pointer.
four.
Ah.
A little bit short off the front iron.
And this one might be over, folks. Brody goes,
Yep.
and they foul.
There's Lamarck with the foul.
2 shots coming up for Brody Seth.
No good by Brody on the first shot. Brody will look to make his second shot here.
Oh,
To put
one
the-
thing I forgot to mention, Wyatt Linneman said he described us as a polarizing attitude toward basketball. I think as a lot of us do. Sometimes he loves it, sometimes he hates it. And he did share, he said, the King Julian is my favorite animal. I believe it's a lemur.
Oh! The slam there by Wyatt.
Brody hurts his
the
hand a
lead
little bit
down
on
to
that one.
5.
The long pass, intercepted by
Oh!
Seth.
Great play by Seth there.
This game's not over.
Don't
Wyatt
let him
for
get
three.
hot, folks.
Bang!
hot,
Cuts the
Number
lead to 8.
99 with the three.
They got to play up. And they
Hey,
foul.
A great foul right there.
That's probably arguably the best person to foul, like we said, a guy that hasn't played basketball a lot, and he'll have 2 shots here. Will we see, what are you doing if you're Wyatt Linneman's team in this situation, the Party Animals? Are you going to take the 4-pointers, or are you going to go with what you're more comfortable with, the 3-pointers?
I think still with the minute 13 left, you still have to go for those threes, you know. A minute 13 seconds, and now 9 points after Zach makes that second free throw. That's still a very easy lead to come back from. That's
and
not a
Wyatt
huge
takes it in
lead.
the post.
Yeah,
1 on
no
2,
good.
gets it back.
Oh,
Lamar scrapping for it, gets it up to Seth. He's going to take the 3.
Seth
They
looking
got to
to
hurry up
drive
and
in.
score. Seth with a
the
3.
No good, long.
And that possession there, I think, is going to end this game, in my opinion. They still could come back, but they're down by at least 3 possessions, possibly 4 after this one.
We'll see how Brody fares with this pressure here.
First shot. That's
No
off.
good on the first shot. And that is a big miss right there.
All right, yeah, 52 seconds remaining. The Party Animals are going to have to get the ball up the court quick, possibly take a
And Roach
four-pointer at this
sinks.
point. Try to get him back in it.
Sinks the second.
Almost overpasses Lamar there. Gives it to Seth. Seth takes it all the way with the free dunk.
Yep, there we go. Puts their lead down to 8.
And they foul.
Good. That's again the best person to foul there, arguably.
If I'm the Party Animals, if he doesn't make either of these, I'm still going for the three-pointer. If he makes one, which he does there, I'm going for the 4 no matter what.
They're up 9 now.
You can't keep taking these 1 to 2 point pluses on each possession just by taking the 4-pointer. Gives it to Wyatt. Wyatt's taking it
Looks like
inside
Wyatt
again.
and
And
a
gets
good
blocked by
block
Brody.
That'll still be Party Animals ball.
The Party Animals are not playing this the smartest way, in my opinion. Another thing to know if you're new to the 3-and-A, there's no pass-ins, unlike if you're playing pickup with your friends. So Seth can take the shot right here, and he does.
Oh!
Almost gets the bank
gets
to
the
go.
bank, but gets the unlucky bounce out. Yeah.
I mean, what do you want him to hurt you? Yeah. He's trying to intentionally foul and not hurt him, but we heard a little complaint from Brody there.
Nothing but net for Brody on that first.
I guess Brody wants a little harder of a foul when they're intentionally fouling. I don't really know why it matters.
This game might be sealed for the Dunk Dynasty.
That one's off.
That might be it, folks. Brody
Brody with the exclamation dunk.
with the dagger.
Like to see a little bit of a cooler dunk there for the exclamation point. And that's going to be the game as the clock stops.
As it out of bounds.
Noble tips it, throws it into Brody, and Brody's just going to dribble that one out.
All
Is
right.
Brody going to take a 4-pointer? The disrespect.
Brody for 4! Oh, no
air
good.
ball. And this final score of this game, Dunk Dynasty 54, Party Animals 42. We can see some good sportsmanship. Tune in for the next game, the Palms versus the
Cyclones.
Cyclones.